And happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us across the globe. I am thrilled to be here as my first IPW as the president and CEO of this amazing city. I want you to know that this New York City is the #1 port of entry for international travelers. So IPW is extremely important to us. It gives us an opportunity to communicate with you all things that are happening in our great city. So we're going to jump right into it. As you heard yesterday at the luncheon, New York City is celebrating its 400th anniversary. And certainly we look forward to the 2026 FIFA World Cup next summer. At the same time, we are seeing incredible investments in our destination, and we're really seeing that investment spanning every sector, every price point, and really every corner of our city. But today we really want to drill down into the affluent traveler, which is part of our strategy in terms of recovery. However, even as we focus on this segment, we still remain very focused on all of our other audiences. This is really just one piece of the diverse mix in New York City. And the beauty of New York City is that we have everything from low cost to ultra lux. Ooh, no coffee. That said, we're excited to preview this new strategy with you and certainly help you to develop stories at IPW. We're joined today by two of our outstanding members who will share their product offerings and what's new in the city. And it's everything from the One Hotel to the iconic Waldorf Astoria, New York, which we are thrilled to be returning to New York City. These brands are really a testament for the breadth of the offerings that we offer, especially in the five-star space. It's everything from iconic to classic, and really to the new world lifestyle-driven luxury. And you're certainly going to hear from them shortly. But first, let's take a quick look at our forecast. So in 2024, New York City welcomed 64.5 million visitors. Those visitors contributed $79 billion to the economic activity in the city. I need my Red Bull to kick in. And also left $51 billion in visitor spend. What's key about the 64.5 million visitors, it is 97% recovery to 2019. We were originally anticipating to be full recovery this year. However, in May we reforecast, and right now we're looking at 64.1 million visitors. However, what's notable is that it's just a slight decrease to last year. So we're pleased with where we're looking. We will continue to obviously monitor this evolving landscape. In the meantime, we really continue to do great work with U.S. Travel, Brand USA, and really all of our colleagues across the U.S., ensuring travelers know that they are welcome coming to the country. And what I would say is every visit begins with an invitation, and there's always a warm welcome in New York City that's waiting. As I mentioned before, international travel is critical to New York City. While it makes up 20% of our visitation, it is 50% of visitor spend. And on this screen, you see our top 10 markets. What we think is that they've really returned to normal patterns. We have one or two outliers that are slightly below, but for the most part, they are. On the next slide, you'll see our 11 to 20 markets. And what is, I would say, is consistent about New York City is that because we have such a diverse market and we are grateful to welcome travelers from all over the globe, that really is our strength. To meet the needs of our discerning and growing audiences, our strategy really positions the city as a destination for purposeful travel, where influencers can access meaningful moments that really take center stage. So taking a look at our affluent travel market, you can see here that 10.7 million affluent travelers are a part of our mix, and that really is 17% of our total. So it is an extremely important market for us. Next slide. Our top 10 markets here, slightly variation to our top 10 markets. What you'll notice here is that South Korea, as well as India and Australia, round out our top 10 markets. And then when we're talking about our domestic affluent traveler, you'll see they really come primarily from the eastern seaboard and then also to key feeder markets on the West Coast. Now, in terms of this purposeful travel and really allowing affluent visitors to have an inside track, and that really takes center stage, we have curated the New York City Guide, and we're pleased to say that it is a great tool for our travel trade to be able to use. It really highlights curated product and offerings that are available throughout New York City. We are also proud to be the first DMO to launch a dedicated B2B luxury hub. It is password protected, but it also allows travel advisors to offer bespoke offerings. It has everything from DMC listings to curated experiences, hotel offerings, and really just unique experiences that are not visible to the public. At this week's IPW, we are launching a new luxury model, and it is available on our Travel Trade Academy, and that content is available in 10 different languages. And it gives our advisors an opportunity to learn inside tips. This is complemented by our B2C efforts, included dedicated media, relations and influencer engagement, social content, can all be found on our website, nyctourism.com. And really, our website is a fantastic resource for all New York City attractions, everything from our diverse neighborhoods and certainly our small businesses. At the same time, we continue to develop our membership platform for luxury hotels. And with that, it's a great segue for me to introduce Bert, who is our area managing director of One Hotels, and he's going to tell you all about his stunning hotel that I was able to visit just a few weeks ago. Bert, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Julie. Good morning, everybody. I'm delighted to be here today to share a little bit about One Hotels. Some of you might be familiar with our company, some of you might not be. When I tell people I work for One Hotel, I always get asked, which one? Or is there more than one? Yes, there are. We have 15 in operation right now. There's another 25 in the pipeline, and we're growing our global footprint one hotel at a time. Now, what makes us special? We're a mission-led company. It really centers around three core pillars to make hospitality more sustainable. So not just within our confined space to inspire you, but truly have an impact on the entire hospitality industry. Another one is to open your eyes to nature's beauty. Beauty is imperfect, and that's what makes it perfect. We really want to bring the beauty of nature into our buildings and connect our guests with the beauty it has to offer, and redefine luxury around it. So you can live sustainable, you can live close to nature, and you can live luxurious. Talk a little bit about sustainable and what it means for us. It's a word that is thrown around a lot. Sustainability is really in the core in everything we do. It's a decision making for our organization that comes from procurement, water diversion. At One Hotel Brooklyn Bridge, we, for example, collect rainwater on the roof and give it to Brooklyn Bridge Park for the water irrigation. It comes from social governance to recruitment and so much more than the regular hotel operation. We have about a 90% waste diversion rate in our entire company. All the hotels are LEED certified. And how do guests experience that? It's unique little hints and elements in our guest rooms. We have a 5-minute sand clock shower timer that should remind you that a 5-minute shower is okay, depending how dirty you are. But anything after that is really water waste. There's no plastic in any of our guest rooms. We have repurposed wine bottles that use as glassware. There's water filtration systems in every single guest room. There's no paper. We use chalkboards to communicate. If you travel and you overpack, or you get a gift, or you get a goodie or something that you don't want to bring home, you can actually leave it behind, place one less thing, the little sign here on it, and we actually donate it to Housing Works in New York for you. We have a fleet of cars, all electronic. You can either take them out yourself as a driving experience, or you have drivers taking you. Now, the next core pillar is really nature as a design. Our entire design is inspired by nature. And we're really leaning heavily into the biophilic design. At the One Hotel Central Park, we have 36,000 little ivy plants wrapping the entire building. It looks absolutely stunning. At Brooklyn Bridge, we have over 10,000 plants inside the building, and I pray every day that the water planting guy shows up, because I wouldn't even know where to start this thing. So nature as an art really means there's no framed art. It's all installed. We work with local artists to give a second life to products and really create an installation out of it, and that brings the community closer together with our guests. The textures used makes our hotels very residential, so it's just a really lovely feeling. One Hotel Central Park is in the middle of Midtown. It's on the south end of Central Park. We have 234 guest rooms. The very top floor has a wraparound balcony overlooking stunning views of Central Park. We have Jonathan Waxman's Cham's restaurant at the entry level. He's a James Beard Award winning chef. There's meeting space, and there's just such a gem in the hustle and bustle of Midtown. One Hotel Brooklyn Bridge is at the entry point of Brooklyn Bridge Park. It is really more of a resort. So it's the closest resort to the city because it's in the city. It has stunning views over the skyline, over Statue of Liberty. There are 195 guest rooms and suites. We have Bamford Wellness Spa. There's a stunning pool on the rooftop. We have a screening room. So it's really an all-encompassed resort in the city. What sets us apart that is not just product? You know, the magic happens from the people. How we lean into the lifestyle luxury sector is really through experiential experiences. We will have supper that sustains us, dinner series with celebrity chefs, mixologists. We do zero waste dinners where we literally create zero poundage of waste. Everything is either repurposed and reutilized. We have puppy yoga. You know, I'm really bad at yoga. Try to do yoga with 25 puppies running around. It's impossible, but it's lovely. We focus on mind and movement. It's all about being good to yourself and celebrate day life, mentally and physically. So we have running clubs, we offer yoga, there's sound healing. So we're really leaning into that sector. No lifestyle hotel or brand would work without the theater around it, and this is a very solid food and beverage experience. So as mentioned, we have partnered with Jonathan Waxman, the James Beard Award winning chef in both of the hotels. We have two signature restaurants of him, and it's all really featured through seasonal ingredients. Anything that grows in the surrounding area on the farms in New York, what grows is on the menu, what doesn't grow, we don't fly in. And this was about a very, very short snapshot of who we are as a company. I'm very happy to answer any other questions after the fact, but I wanted to thank you for listening to me. There's one world and we're all responsible for it. Thank you. Next up, Diane Black with the beautiful Waldorf Astoria. Welcome.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I am truly honored to be here representing the hotel that our founder, Conrad Hilton, referred to as the greatest of them all. We're getting ready to lift the curtain on one of the most incredible transformations of all time, and are thrilled to be introducing Waldorf Astoria, New York, back to the city of New York and the world. For over a century, our legendary hotel has defined glamour and sophistication and served as a cultural beacon for our city. We are close to opening our doors and beginning a bold new era for both the hotel and the Waldorf Astoria brand. The hotel's origins date back to the late 1800s on the corner of 5th Avenue and 34th Street. Originally opened as two separate hotels, the Waldorf and the Astoria, in 1897, a savvy business manager convinced feuding cousins in the Astor family to join forces, and the Waldorf Astoria Hotel was born. These hotels eventually made way for the Empire State Building, so the Astor family secured a new location. On October 1st, 1931, the Waldorf Astoria opened on Park Avenue and changed the course of hospitality. As many of you know, the property closed for a thorough renovation in 2017, and soon we will once again set the benchmark for luxury hospitality on the world stage. Now, let's get a glimpse inside.
There is nothing like it in New York.
Interior design by Pierre-Yves Rochon. the property will retain the scale and beauty of the original Art Deco architecture with reimagined contemporary furnishings. Guests can now arrive at the hotel via 3 entrances, which include Park Avenue or Lexington Avenue, or a discreet new porte-cochere on 49th Street between Lexington and Park. Upon check-in, you'll see a brand new light-filled reception area known as the Library Lounge, featuring 2 check-in and concierge desks. When the hotel closed in 2017, it maintained 1,400 guest rooms. Upon reopening, this will change to 375 guest rooms with an additional 372 expertly designed private residences that sit above the hotel. These 375 guest accommodations will feature some of Manhattan's largest rooms and suites, embodying the grand spirit of New York. Although located within this historic gem of a building, the guest rooms have been fully rebuilt from floor to ceiling. Every speck of the former guest rooms was removed in order for new walls, new plumbing, and new technology to be installed. These rooms invoke the Art Deco era with a modernized decor featuring residential touches. Debuting later this summer, hotel guests, residents, and visitors will have access to the 30,000 square foot Guerlain Wellness Spa, which will include a state-of-the-art fitness center. Waldorf Astoria, New York, once again returns as the dining destination for New Yorkers, guests, and residents alike. Pictured here, a new signature restaurant, Lex Yard, will be helmed by our acclaimed chef partner, Michael Anthony from Gramercy Tavern, who will oversee that concept and usher in a new era of culinary excellence. Additional outlets include Peacock Alley and Yoshoku, which is a Japanese dining experience. At the original Waldorf Astoria on 5th Avenue, a marble promenade joined the 2 hotels so that prominent guests walking between the buildings would not be exposed to the elements. The press would record the comings and goings of the elite, with one writer describing them as strutting like peacocks. The promenade became known as Peacock Alley. When the current location was opened, Peacock Alley was reimagined at the center of the hotel's main level and featured a gathering area and bar for society to continue to see and be seen. Soon, we will unveil a restored Peacock Alley, and here, guests will find the iconic 1893 Waldorf Astoria clock and the restored Cole Porter piano. Mr. Porter was a resident at the hotel for many years, and this is his original Steinway. In addition to Peacock Alley, other renowned heritage spaces, such as Silver Corridor and the Grand Ballroom, have been restored to elevate the exquisite original Art Deco detailing while being updated for the 21st century. Guests will also notice a dramatic fashion-forward shift in the hotel team members' wardrobe collection, which Waldorf Astoria, New York designed in collaboration with British couture designer Nicholas Oakwell's No Uniform. Internationally recognized as the place to see and be seen in New York City, Waldorf Astoria, New York will soon once again solidify its status as the greatest of them all. We look forward to welcoming all of you in the future. Thank you.
One word, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just gonna round out our luxury product. Let's take it to 5th Avenue and the world famous Tiffany & Company landmark recently completed a renovation top to bottom. It is the first in its 85th history. And then we'll hop over to Louis Vuitton, which is debuting its Parisian-inspired cafe in November, which really takes retail and dining experience to a whole nother level. And then over on Madison Avenue, we're seeing major investments by global brands, such as Jimmy Choo and Giorgio Armani. But then we're also seeing investments in some of our neighborhoods. So we're gonna go down to Printemps, which opened in March, and that is on Wall Street. It is the brand's first US store, and of course they chose New York City to debut that. And then talking about attractions and venues, Summit One Vanderbilt has opened event space with Chef Daniel Blue, and he is at the helm of their food and beverage strategy. And then on the cultural front, the Frick Collection has reopened on 5th Avenue in April, and it has a stunning multi-year renovation that it's debuting. And then we also have a number of chefs that have made investments in addition to Chef Daniel Blue and also Andrew Carmelini. And it's noteworthy that New York City has the most U.S. Michelin star restaurants. And then lastly, one of our luxury properties, the Amman, New York, has some really curated experiences, and it's called Adventures on the Water. It is an inclusive, customizable experience aboard one of their fleet of motorized yachts. I know, we should all be so lucky, right? But it's absolutely fantastic. So as you can see, we have a number of great offerings. I want to thank Diane and Burnt for joining us here in Chicago. I hope you have a great IPW. Certainly this is a lot of information. Please use our hub, nyctourism.com, and Tiffany and Britt are certainly here to answer questions. Have a great day.